Now, with Arsenal recently seeing and witnessing a horrific injury sustained to Danny Welbeck in the Europa League, and does there appear to be a little bit of a stutter in Arsenal's stride in their virgin season with a new manager? Now, we're going against Wolves, who have like a Spanish and Portuguese revolution under a new manager. Can Arsenal continue their unbeaten run? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Hi, welcome again to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. Yes, Wolves, the Spanish and Portuguese revolution under NUNO, ESPIRITO, SANTO. A bit of a mouthful there. So yeah, there's been a revitalization under a new manager for Wolves. And even though they align currently 11th place, I believe, in the Premiership, they're still a force to be reckoned with. Again, with only 11 games in the new season. They have won, I think, 4 matches there this season so far. And they held Man City 1-1. And what's going to happen when they play against Arsenal? Well, it's not going to be an easy ride. That's for absolutely sure there. With the Spanish and Portuguese revolution, I keep mentioning that word there, they've got the list of quite a few Spanish and Portuguese players there. They've got Ruben Neves, Rui Patricio, Elder Costa, João Moutinho, just to name but a few. But yeah, again, it's another team that we cannot, cannot afford to take them too lightly. I think their last match, they actually lost just against those guys just down the road there. I think it was 3-2, if my memory serves me right. On the other side, we have an Arsenal team that I wouldn't say that they're stuttering. Yes, we did manage to get the draw against Liverpool last week, and we got another draw in the Europa League Cup against Sporting Lisbon. And like I've said on maybe 2 occasions, that the momentum in that match was kind of halted the moment that Danny Welbeck sustained the injury. But like I've always said, even if we are playing bad, do not lose the game. And yeah, we were, just couldn't get through the gears, against Sporting Lisbon there. And we qualified for the next round with a 0-0 draw. But in regards to the match tomorrow, I think it's going to be a 4:30 kickoff. Emery will prepare his players. They will be focused, mentally and physically ready for the battle against Wolves there. And against Mr. Santo, the new manager over there in Wolves. In regards to the lineup, knowing that Wolves love to play expansive football, they keep passing the ball, they move forward as a unit, they press as a unit, they defend almost all together as a unit. We're going to see much of the same from Unai Emery. There are going to be some changes compared to the Europa League Cup match there. Definitely you'll see Leno in goal, unless there's been any kind of mishaps during training. Left back, I believe it's going to be Kolasinac, the tank. Right back, the usual suspects is going to be Bellerin. In the middle of the park, well, the defensive 2, I imagine it's going to keep with Mustafi and Rob Holding. Now, we've said many times Rob Holding has had a relatively good season so far. Touch wood. Yeah, so he's had a really good start to the season so far. He gets maybe, quite in some defensive positions, but against Liverpool, he was, for me, the man of the match there. Or actually one of the man of the matches there. Why hasn't he got a call up for England squad? Your guess really is as good as mine. Gareth Southgate, how come you haven't called Rob Holding up into the squad, man? He's been a starlet so far. But anyway, I guess that's going to be a conversation for another day. Right, so in midfield, it's going to be Xhaka paired with Lucas Torreira. On the right, I believe it's going to be Mkhitaryan, even though we haven't seen Mkhitaryan hit top form. You know, he's not hitting those heights that we saw there when he was, you know, when he started out in Manchester United and when he first came to Arsenal. Come on, Mickey, come on. And on the left-hand side, I imagine he's going to go with Alex Iwobi. Now, some people have been saying, well, Alex Iwobi, we are seeing a new Alex Iwobi, but he needs to score more goals. Yes, those goals will come. Just give him time. He has a license to wander, to attack. The goals will come. And then in the number 10 role, it's going to be Mesut Ozil. I can't see anybody else playing in that position apart from Mesut Ozil. And I think it's going to be Lacazette side up front, and I think Aubameyang will be on the bench. Sometimes I do wonder that when we do start with Aubameyang and Lacazette, if things are not going right, who else is going to come off the bench and change things? And Ramsey is not going to do it. Who's going to do it? Are we going to see Eddie Nketiah, feature on the bench? Because we do need someone, in case things are not going the right way, to come on the bench and just shake things up. But I think that's going to be my 11. Guys, what do you think is going to be the starting 11? Maybe put your comments in a box, or maybe, that thing, the card that comes across there. Let me know, what is your prediction, and what do you think the 11 is going to be? Excuse me. So I think Aubameyang will start on the bench. Again, when he came on at half-time, well, not half-time, to replace anyone, but he wasn't as effective as I would like him to be. And yes, I know he's a top scorer so far, but I think he can give us so much more if his hold-up play was a lot better. But, let's wait and see. In regards to my prediction, did I say it was going to be a 1-0 or did I say it's going to be a 2-0 in my easy talk? I can't even remember. But it's going to be a lot closer than we think. We've got the 12th man who played a blinder last week. So we need a 12th man again. Come on, fans in the stadium, get behind the team there. So I think it's going to be a 2-1 win to Arsenal. Again, very, very tight match. Expansive football. I think we will have the capacity to play out the ball from the back. In Bernd Leno, we trust. He gives us that confidence that Czech doesn't give us. So yeah, a 2-1 win to Arsenal, and we'll see. I won't be at the stadium. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to the stadium on Thursday, but these things happen. It's just life, isn't it? Anyhow, this is Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. Breaking news.